Hello and welcome. We're going to be doing something a little bit different today. Usually my videos are meta discussions, so I decided to maybe do a dueling book replay and then incorporate those meta discussions into that kind of format. So today we're going to be reviewing a video between Tancredo Favelas and Bear Power. These are probably the top 20 in the top 20 players due to the fact that Tancredo has 1,515 and Bear has 1,626. Bear is playing pure Zoodiacs. Dangeiro is playing Dragon Links. And we see now that Dangeiro has won the rock, paper, scissors and is going to opt to go first, which is kind of unusual for a pure Zodiacs because pure Zodiacs usually attempts to go second, as it's a more go second type deck. If we review their first opening hands, we have Chaos Space, Quick Launch, World Legacy, God Dragon, Rocket Tracer, and Chaos Dragon Legionnaire for Dangeiro. A pretty standard opening hand, pretty good opening hand actually. However, he has no hand traps going into this abomination. Solemn Strike, Zoodiac Whiptail, so Thoroughblade, Whiptail, and Judgment. Yeah, he's gonna get worked. Let's not mess around with this. This guy has openings for Thoroughblade into Whiptail. Its effect, he has Strike, Judgment. For sure, he's gonna probably cuck Levy sometime soon. But let's see. Maybe Bear Power screws up somehow, and Tangedo steals this. But I doubt it. Thunderblade summon activated, sending Whooptail. Huh. He draws Bottle Desires. Yeah, this guy's getting worked. He activates Desires, drawing to Thunderblade and Cyclone. That's pretty good. He didn't really need another Zoodiac, to be quite honest. He didn't really need another Zoodiac because he already had access to Whiptail due to Tiger Mortar existing and Tiger Mortar equipping or like attaching this to the Xyz. So he basically needed either a hand trap or another trap, but this is still flipping amazing. So he can probably still do something quite fantastic with this. But let's see. So Tiger Mortar's effect, of course, getting the Whiptail as we see. Then he goes into Trident, putting it there to play around Geomancer, and I think it's Anima, yeah, Amina or something like that. And he draws Recharger pretty good. This is good for a few reasons, okay? He has a discard for Chaos Space, but additionally, he still has a normal summon. So it's not too convoluted, and he still has follow up, and he has God Dragon, and he has Leviathan. Now, I've seen Dragon Link play through boards like this, so this wouldn't be surprising if you play through this, to be quite honest with you. However, he's up against Solemn Strike and Solemn Judgment and Cosmic Cyclone with Trident. That's 4 interruptions. The Cosmic Cyclone can either hit a Legacy God Dragon or it can hit Boot Sector Launch, which essentially countering one of his follow-ups. But let's see. Of course, he's going to Chaos Space, sending Tracer, activating Wyverbuster, summoning itself. It's trying to set up for the Wyverbuster into collapse Spanish Wyver, Chaos Space draw, digging for more extenders. However, Bear Power's like, hell no, activating Solemn Strike, cucking that almost completely. He summons Recharger, goes into Striker, and he activates Striker. He's gonna let it go through. And now, what's he gonna do? Activates Quick Launch. Okay, goes into here. Now here it gets interesting. You can either go into Romulus. Okay, Romulus isn't terrible. He goes into Romulus. He searches probably ravine, and probably he's gonna have to discard Boot Sector Launch. Now that's kind of peculiar. Him discarding Boot Sector Launch can come up to bite him in the ass. Particularly because there's not really much you can do with Ravine discarding Boot Sector and maybe sending Abs or Brotor. It does set up for quite a bit. Maybe he sends Brotor. I don't know. I don't think. Would Brotor trigger off of Levy being ruined? It's just iffy. Like as it's seeing it now, it's not really looking that all too pretty at all. Yeah, this is looking terrible for the dealing player. Okay, he goes off, he goes into Romulus, he's going to do the Ravine play, of course. The only viable target here to discard is Bootsack to launch. He activated sending Bootsack to launch. What does he send? Proto? Epso? What is it? And it's Epso, which is completely kind of useless here. Now, you didn't need to send this to set up for Levy, just an FYI. He really didn't, because, well, just look at the setup already. But this is just, I don't think he wins this now. The Rocket Synchron is purely for follow up, but giving this kind of deck a follow up turn is almost asking to lose. And there goes Levy. Levy is going to get Judgment. Of course, those life points mean nothing when you can basically win the game or set up for a win. He throws into Chaos Space, not too bad for the follow up. He has Chaos Space into Synchron. Chaos Space discarding Synchron. Apologies, getting what can he get with this? Collapse? Probably? Yeah, collapse. Yeah, that's something. You can probably do a convoluted play to get Proto searching Levy again. It's a really convoluted play. Let me think. He activates Chaos Space, discarding Synchron. No, he actually can't. No, wait. No, he can. Collapse, Chaos Space, discarding Synchron, grabbing white banishing Levy, summoning itself, going into whatever Chaos Space, shuffling back the Levy in there, drawing a card, of course, and then somehow if you can get 2 LP, you can probably summon Proto and get to Levy again. It's a really convoluted, roundabout way, but he can do it. Will he do it? No. Why? Because his opponent is going to seriously cuck him. There's really nothing he can do here. He'd just be wasting his time, essentially. His opponent isn't stupid enough to utilize Cosmic Cyclone on the Ravine because he knows there's not really anything to fear from his opponent. And he won't really destroy either of these. He won't destroy this card, so Proto can't trigger even if he did send Proto, because Trident will just attack into it. Or even if Trident popped it, he won't pop this card. There's no need to. This card offers nothing, while he doesn't really threaten anything. He goes into the turn, he activates that card. He doesn't pop Romulus because he's just gonna banish it anyway with Trident. By not popping Romulus, he kind of stops his opponent if he ever goes into Savage, to getting a two negates essentially, and it's like, I think it's a 600 buff in attacks. It's minor. It's really minor. It's not probably gonna come up in this duel, but it's something to keep in mind, and it's something you have to actually kind of practice as a good, like, get good, basically, because you have to practice for these kind of scenarios. But anyway, get those infinite impermanence. You needed that last turn, kind of, not throw into this, but whatever. It's not really, again, it's really not a big deal because he's probably gonna win this. They tries not to utilize Shadow Blade, and the reason why Zoodiac players don't utilize Shadow Blade when they only have one Zoodiac in hand, especially Whiptail, is because you never know what's going to happen. Um, especially now when you're setting up for Zeus, you don't want to be in a situation where the following turn you just stuck with Zeus and you're just playing a waiting game. You can probably lose 2 turns against Zeus if it's just Zeus. So it's not wise to do this, and he has a lot of stall. The deck can stall quite a bit with Proton and so on and so forth. He goes into the island again, banishing it because he doesn't want to give his opponent any resource whatsoever. Attacks with Bobo directly, and you know what's going to happen now. Chuck a 9, and then Zeus. He decides to go for a 3-mat Zeus, which is quite peculiar, forgive me. And I think he's doing this mostly to play around Nibiru. He doesn't want to take the risk. He doesn't need to take the risk anyway. But you'll notice 1, 2, 3, 4 summons. He does not want to play into Nibiru. Now, is it good to be fearful of Nibiru in this format? Particularly for me, no. I've looked at a lot of topping lists, and it doesn't seem like a good card to run in the main deck in this format in particular, because this format is quite slow. You have a lot of decks stopping that are not really combo heavy, and they can play around Nibiru quite well. Prank Kids can play around Nibiru quite well if they have 2 Prank Kids in hand, by the way. Their 4th summon can be Dodo with a Prank Kids chain blocking as Chain Link 2, which can play around Nibiru and set up for battle either way. Against Zoodiacs, yeah, good luck trying to Nibiru Zoodiacs when they're going first or second. Like, it can happen if the Zoodiac player gets too greedy with the Zeus, which happens quite a fair bit. But again, the ability doesn't have a lot of applications. You're basically just hoping that your opponent misplays quite a bit. So it's kind of particular, kind of peculiar. Not going to recommend this. Because they quite interesting placement. Basically cucking his opponent from a thing, from his zone. Oh, he draws Dragon Maid. Now Chamber is not going to help at all here. Just think about it. Even if he act summons the Dragon Maid, like the setup, just cucks it, the Zoodiac, Trident even, and he has Cyclone. But he's probably going to summon Synchron. This was a Synchron setup, essentially. Abso in. Wait. Okay, well, that is not going to happen. So he's going to have to summon Dragon Maid, right? Yeah, can't, as I thought. Get Wyvern, bro. Get the Wyvern. Oh, how peculiar, right? Activate Cyclone to banish the Chaos Space, denying the draw. So I wonder if he saw that play I said. I'm not going to pat myself on the back too much, but that you may have seen the play where this kind of setup has a convoluted way of getting back to Levin in some fashion. Not really, to be honest. It's nothing really to be scared of, and I'm probably wrong. But this a lot of this lists either on 1 or 2 Levy, so he's basically trying to cuck his opponent from getting access to Levy again. He doesn't have to fear Wyvern, especially with Chaos Space not being engraved, because there's no draw. And what is he gonna do really? He could no, there's nothing to fear. He gets the Wyvern, activates God Dragon, special summons Tracer, summons Wyvern by banishing Rocket. He's losing this. He's just going for a Hail Mary here, by the way. This is Hail Mary things. Yeah, he gets Chaos Ruler, hoping for that, hoping for a follow up maybe. He doesn't win this. He can't win this at this point. Even if he didn't know his opponent had a Zoodiac in hand, he's basically just going to a top game war with losing with a life point loss. He has to bait this out early because he only has 3 material, and he's not really going to do that. But let's see. He negates it, so there's no search. He adds Collapse Serpent. Yep, he forgets. He just forfeits. There's nothing really left he can do. Let's go through. Dragon is probably going to go first now. So let's see what they have. Ooh, pretty good hand, but not really. He has the Gamma, and that's pretty good. He can probably, maybe he can bait the Gamma. Not, he can't, by the way. This hand isn't good enough to bait the Gamma. Because there'll always be a monster on board and Gamma can't really activate. Safe Fit, Dragon Maid, Black Metal, Gamma, Food Sector, Discard Fodder. That's all this thing is. Discard Fodder for Chaos Space and so on and so forth. Because of this hand. His opponent, however, has Call by the Grave, Lightning Storm, Ash Blossom, Whiptail, Phantasme. Wow. Dude's gonna get worked again. It's quite sad. He's just getting wow. It's okay. I'm just going to let this play out for itself so you can witness this this work. Anyway, Black Metal into Striker is searching, of course, Metal Dragon. This was a common play last year. This is a fairly common play, and that's why people play 3 Black Metals, because Black Metal was a starter by itself and could lead into the full combo. Black, then he activates that, getting safe with. Oh, he doesn't want to waste his normal summon. He wants to have some follow up for the maid. Pretty good. Activate safe with, and okay, I, I, I was wrong. But why though? But why? Okay, just imagine your opponent ashes this, right? Like if he just ashed this, all he could do is go maybe no. If he ashes this, he goes into Romulus effect, grabbing Ravine effect, discarding Gamma, then going discarding Gamma, sending Apso effect, searching Tracer, Rocket, Tracer, usual shenanigans. Okay, so it may be bait. This could be okay. This is kind of bait, maybe, but He could have simply metalled the other card from grave, or even Dragon Maid, right? I don't know. Wait, you didn't want to risk the Dragon Maid because that would have been follow up. I'm really talking to myself here. He gets Wyvern. He goes into Seals, playing around the Nibiru, which could. And now it's good to play around Nibiru, in my opinion, because after the side deck, your opponent is more likely to have Nibiru in their side deck, so they could have sided it in. I don't think it's really worth playing in the first two, but whatever. Activates, decides to Ash the striker. Wait, no, he ashed white. He ashed white, trying to stop follow up. Makes sense, kind of, in a convoluted way. Now he's going for the basically what I said when he was going to get ashed. I don't like him wasting the resource of Hieratic Seal though. But his opponent is not really afraid of anything right here. He's actually like even if he had Hieratic Seals, Phantasma being on board could bait out Seals and then activate Lightning Storm. However, there's a couple of issues with that. It's not really as good as you probably think it is, but anyway, because it's okay, it's not good as you think it is because to bait Phantasma, to bait the the hand bounce of Seals, he would need to either bank on his opponent activating Seals in main phase one, which why would he? Because Seals isn't like for say what's a card that can activate only in the main phase one, like Schism, right? Usually you could bait Schism by saying end of main phase one, your opponent activating Schism to play around that, maybe if they're afraid. I don't know. It's just hypothetical. In this situation, he could just activate Seals in the battle phase, bouncing Phantasmate to hand, and of course you could activate Lightning Storm. But in this situation, how it's going to happen is that his opponent is going to have set up for the what is it, for the Savage Dragon. However, don't be afraid, Phantasma will get you something nice, bro. Ravine sends Abso, grab Striker, activates. This is standard play. Activating launch. So let's just recap. He discarded Gamma, as I said previously, to send Abso, to search Tracer, to activate launch, to summon Tracer, and now it's typical Tracer plays, and he summons Recharger, and here we go with the typical Tracer plays. He goes from there into LP, not another dragon. Now, I find this peculiar for a few reasons. He could have gone into another striker, right? I'm fairly certain. Could he? No, I don't. I think he fucked up. Yes. I think he fucked up because striker points this way. No, I'm fairly certain he could have gone into striker, right? Like if we just put this here, we think about it. Yeah, he could have gone into striker, and if you went into striker, he could have activated LP. If LP gets negated, so what? You activate striker, you get recharge, and then you do recharge's effect to summon Dragon Maid, and Dragon Maid gets your follow up, and then you utilize those two cards to go into Hieratic Seals. It's not amazing, but it's more safe. It's safer than this because if this gets interrupted by, say, if LP gets interrupted or Gamma, like Gamma activates, you get fucked. And it's not really weird to think it Gamma because he activated Ash on a really low impact kind of card in white, right? But anyway, he activates Phantasmia, drawing 4 cards. Wow, he drew Dark Ruler, Context C, Dimension Shifter, and I think Thoroughblade. Yikes. When you put in normal special monster, he gets this card. I don't think this is that good here. It is good. It's kind of good because of Tracer being activated. Um, it is good, but it's not going to be utilized that much. Yeah, you could keep it. It would stop quite a bit. Level 6 is not much you could do against this. But let's see what he keeps. He's probably going to show, I think, Dimension Shifter, and I think he has to shuffle back 3. Dimension Shifter, Lightning Storm, Contact C, or Dimension Shifter, Lightning Storm, and one of these two. Contact C can still come up. He doesn't really need two of these, especially with this hand, by the way. Lightning Storm isn't really worth it. You can't activate it because of Phantasma. It's not going to bank on it. And this setup with this can usually get over a standard dealing board by going to Zeus. And he doesn't really have to fear Nibiru anymore. So, yeah. Phantasma can stop the tidying that will probably come up soon. So, we'll see. He's thinking, oh, he kept the Dark Rule and another follow up. Okay, I guess. LP summon Dragon Maid effect to search, tidying, going to striker. It's the same convoluted way of what I was saying, but okay. Goes into Safefoot, goes into Savage to equip the Hieratic Seal, and then goes into Bottle Sword. Bottle Sword, Savage, and Tiding. Not the most amazing of boards, but not too bad actually. This not be worth. Okay, activates this, then it gets negated. Again, remember, Tiding can't really do anything because of Phantasma. So this card for Phantasma is pretty good. Going to Bobo. This is standard. Now he's just gonna attack over. The bottle was supposed to stop the ball. The bottle was supposed to stop the ball. Unfortunate, dude. Hammer Kong, Tiger Mortar, Chuck and Iron. He just doesn't give a shit. Like I said, Trident. Will he activate Trident though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. And I just clears the board. He's going to activate Tiding. Doesn't matter again. Think of Phantasma. Yeah, people often forget Phantasma has that effect, and yeah, this is just GG now. There's not really much opponent can do. Yeah, this is just GG. Like this here, again, you don't have to fear Collapse. You don't have to fear Nibiru. Sorry for that. Just attack directly. Deciding to keep Whiptail, playing it safe. Okay, I like that. Protor, bro, this is the last time for the scoop, bro. Oh, he's really trying these things. Oh my god. Why though? He could have just done this in response. I guess he's just trying to bait everything out and then just go for game now, right? I guess. Negates made. Yeah, he's just going for game. This is just the end. Yep, and there he goes. His opponent notices that, says GG. PayPal says GG, and he just wins. Again, this is game. Because I think he has another Tiger Mortar and he can just get the Thoroughblade back as an attachment. So that's the video. Oh my god, 23 minutes, quite a long time. I apologize for the length, but if you like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Share if you want to. Enjoy the rest of your day though. That's not optional.